Hi, this is Cyderbaby. I'm Dave, and I'm speaking to Jace from Firekind. Hello.
Hi, Dave. Good to be on Cyderbaby.
Good. Thank you very much. You had a brand new album out late last year.
Yep.
Yep. Tell me a little bit about it and how it came into being.
So recorded in West Hollywood, Los Angeles. Producer Alan Johannes, and over the lockdown period, we made it a deluxe album, and
Right.
then finally got it out. And I suppose a lot of people would say, why are you releasing during lockdown when you can't go out and tour? But in some ways, I think it's a good thing to do because you can really focus on the digital side of things and get the momentum going.
Yeah.
But we do have a tour coming up,
Wow.
which we're going to play all
Yeah.
the tracks from it in a slick set. So looking forward to that. So
Cool. When's this tour going to happen then?
this tour is going to be in October.
Right.
So fingers crossed that everything, with regards to the government plan and all that keeps going in the right direction. And we're supporting. We're on tour with awesome musician Jack J Hutchinson
Yep.
all over the UK. So there's some dates, probably near everyone.
Good. So you've got an EP coming up.
We have
So
indeed. Yeah.
yeah, so you've not been resting on your laurels, shall we say.
Yeah.
A live EP. Tell me, what's the name?
So we've called it Live in Lockdown. What should we
Yeah.
call it? Live in Lockdown. And I think when you play tracks live, they sometimes take on a slightly different energy, and it's not that they're that different to the album versions, but we during live shows we like to sort of connect and segue tracks together to
Yeah.
create like a nice flow. So it's interesting to be able to incorporate that on the live EP.
Yep.
And I think the some of the tracks have a different kind of energy to them, which is good to be able to get that out there as well.
Cool. So you've got 4 tracks.
4 tracks, yeah,
Yep. Go on, name them. So,
yeah. So we're kicking out the EP with "It's Not Over," which we released, I think, like it's almost a year ago, probably a year ago, during the first lockdown, which sort of kicked off this new sort of era of Firekind momentum wise.
yeah.
And so that one goes into Adrenaline, and then we'll
Yep.
bring it down again for coming out live. Finish off with Sound of Rain. But I always
Yep.
think, during live sets, it's always a good idea to create like a flow, of
Yeah.
energy.
So where was this recorded then? Obviously, it wasn't recorded in a real live setting, shall we say?
It was recorded in a top secret location somewhere
Right.
in Devon, but one of our rehearsal spaces actually. So we just
Yeah.
we took the place over. It was a really big room, a church actually. So a really big area for us to set up a nice backdrop and run through the when we had the idea of recording the EP. It was part of a web fest which we did not so long back.
Yeah.
So it's essentially that. When we did it, we wanted to be as authentic as possible by trying to do it in as minimal amount of takes as possible, and not pick and choose tracks between takes. So we basically ran through the entire 4 tracks 3 times, and then
Yeah.
we just chose one of them. And warts and all, we didn't want to go and do any overdubs. So I think it's a good sort of example of what we're going to sound like when anyone comes see us on tour.
Cool. I mean, I've got to say the quality itself, just quality of the sound itself, listening to it is quite phenomenal. So you hoping to bring that exact sound to your live sets?
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much is like exactly the same setup we use during our live shows. I mean, obviously, when you can spend a bit more time on it to tweak the EQ here and there by the awesome Deva Sound, he did a great job on that. In a live setting, it's more sort of spontaneous, but when you're on a tour, then you can kind of what you're going to sound like each night, so you tailor it to that and to the venues.
Are you hoping to do a little headline tour as well with your own? coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. We might have something in the pipeline,
Oh,
kind of soon, actually, kind of soon.
right. Okay. Okay.
Something
Dare
on
I
that.
ask any more, or are you sworn to secrecy?
Sworn to utmost lock and key secrecy.
Ah,
Um,
right.
yeah, I don't have any of the details right now, but yeah, we definitely want to do something fairly soon. You know, obviously regulations permitting. We don't want to get hit with a huge fine like some recent rapper did, didn't he? Set up a gig in London or something, and then
Right.
um, he thought like 100 people would show up, or something like that, and then like 10,000 people showed up or something.
Wow.
So, I don't think the gig went ahead.
Going back to your album, it's quite a phenomenal album. I mean, there's a
Thank you.
vast collection of tracks there, which covers quite an array of different sounds. How long did you take in the writing of that album before it came into existence? I mean, was it a long process over years, or did you say, right, we're going to write this album, we're going to knock it out in a couple of months? Explain this process to me a little bit.
Absolutely. So I like to write new tracks like all the time. So if we're
Right.
not gigging on tour, I'll be like practicing and writing new stuff. So it's basically a collection of songs which were written, maybe over the space of like 3 years or something.
Right.
Through maybe 3 years being the oldest track before it was recorded. However, some of the tracks were like written, in the weeks or the month prior to going into the studio. And Sound of Rain happened to be one of those actually,
Oh,
which
cool.
turned out to be one of the most popular tracks on the album. And I remember us, we had this, we had like the verse and like the arrangement, but we just didn't have a chorus for it, and we just kept on going around it. We must finish this song. It's got a good vibe. We must try and persist, and then finally, we kind of cracked a chorus for it. And then like a week later, we were off to record it. So always hang out for those. Trust your gut.
Yeah.
Is the moral of the story on that one.
So does this mean you're actually writing still now? Is there work
Yeah,
on a new album, or?
absolutely. Yeah. So whether or not it's gonna be out, I mean, because we want to tour, we want
Right.
to tour the album, the deluxe album. So it's we're not going to be releasing any new album as such before we have the chance to tour that.
Yeah.
However, we do have a lot of tracks already in the pipeline. So it's just a case of trying to improve them and picking the right ones that fit together for release at some point. Who knows? Maybe early next year.
Ooh,
Who
that's
knows? I've just set myself a arbitrary deadline there.
yeah, you have really. I should be writing this down. He says. Okay, so okay. So Live in Lockdown is due
Yeah.
out when?
May 7th.
Right. Is it going to be a physical version, or is it just going to be a stream?
Totally physical version. So
Right.
it'll come out like a card wallet type CD.
Cool.
Signed. If you want it signed, then we're more than happy to do that. We're also doing like a limited edition run of A3 posters of the cover,
Right.
which will be numbered and signed as well. So if anyone wants one of those, yeah, only gonna do 50 of those.
Right. Okay.
Could be 100. No, 50. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 50.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. And how can we get hold of that?
Just head to firekind.com
Cool.
/shop. And
Right.
can get the pre-orders available for pre-order now. So
Brilliant.
yeah, just get on there. A load of pre-orders come through already. So there limited amounts left. If you do want a piece of Firekind memorabilia.
Well, I think one day you're going to be quite huge, and these little articles that are coming out now are going to be so collectible in years to come. It'll be, yeah. I'll probably be there buying out 5 or 6 of them. You might have to do
Well,
it.
like on eBay, yeah.
No, I'll give it a couple of years first, then put it on eBay.
Yeah.
Okay, Jace, thank you very much for your time. and I wish you all the best with the new EP, and hopefully I'll get to see you soon. Thank you very
Well,
much.
thanks so much for having me again, and we chat again in the future. I love that.
Cool. Oh, we certainly will. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.